Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul here, and today we are reacting to a coffee request. This is from Travis from Australia. Travis says, "This is what Aussie Deb and myself were talking about: the hardest race in motorsport, an Aussie supercar race called Bathurst." Bathurst. Is that how you say it? Bathurst. Or is it Bathurst with a TH? Bathurst. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but let's go over to the TENmotorsport. There's nothing like this. This is from the channel called Biz Picks. Let's check it out, guys. Bathurst. Okay, thank you so much. Guys, we're live right now. Come join us. Let's check out Bathurst. If you want to watch this without my commentary, without my reaction, link is in the description. Go straight there. But let's go. Let's get straight into it. I love sports, guys. So if you guys like these type of reactions, send me more. Panorama Bathurst. So this is the biggest motorsport event.
You know what? You never forget it. You never forget it because there's nothing like it. This is Mount Panorama. This is Bathurst.
Bathurst.
As soon as you head out on this mountain, it is total commitment for every single millimetre.
Looks like last cars are gridded up now.
If you can't make the judgment call 120 metres into 1,000 kilometres to just be a little bit sensible, don't start the race.
The Super Cheap Auto Bathurst
Dang.
1000.
That is deep.
The charge to turn one.
Okay, it's a great corner, second gear. The engine's right in its sweet spot. But remember, whilst you've got to carry mid-corner speed and use that exit curb, you want to get to 100% throttle early, so don't get too greedy.
This is a 1,000
Don't get
kilometer
caught up
race.
in the moment. The moment
Wow.
is 6 hours later.
Side by side up Mount Straight.
This is the first time I'm
I'll offer
watching
you
this,
one
guys.
free bit of advice. Every single time you exit the pit lane, you grab your belts and you tighten them. And every other lap you think of it, you tighten them again.
R.I.P.
After a pit
Brocky.
stop,
He's
whether
passed
they've
away.
changed the brake pads or not, tattoo it under your eyelids. Pump the brake pedal, because if they put the pads in and you forget,
Wow.
you're a goner.
Wait, how did he pass away?
Yeah, Griffin's Bend, right? It's one of the toughest on the circuit. If you don't get this one right,
Oh, he had been retired,
psychologically,
okay.
You're gone for the rest of the lap.
I thought it was during a race.
Remember, and you've got to knock off 130 k's an hour, but you've got to do that on the bumps on the way in. But let me give you a tip: when you're challenging for Griffin's Bend, either make the commitment or get the hell out of it.
Dang.
We're approaching the cutting. If I can't tell you anything simpler than this, there is one racing line up there. Make sure you're on the tram tracks. There is no room to put your front right tyre.
Oh, he died in a
even
car
foot
crash.
outside of where it
Outside
needs to
racing?
be.
That's crazy, man. Oh, there's a... It's jammed.
Idiot, I'm sorry.
So, you see, sometimes braking is the best way.
When we come up to Reed Park, you need to hug the wall. Put the car right over there, hard on the wall, but be careful. Don't overuse the curb on the inside. It'll feed you into the wall.
Wow.
Here.
This is a great
This is
part of the
mad.
circuit where we go from going up
Is this
the hill
more dangerous than
and we're
Formula One, or no?
transformed to going down the hills. And no more beautiful sight than your revs in front of you. Bang, 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 bang. So we're out of Reed Park and now we're going to head down to that damn grate. right? It's a horrible, dirty drain up against a wall on the right-hand side of the circuit. Now, the problem here is you've got to commit really, really early. And you don't know, because nowhere in Australia does your front tyre on your car get more downward load than at the grate. You don't know way back then if your power steering is going to suffer it or it's going to give up and feed you into the fence.
Dang, that is crazy.
So we've got through the grate. We're now heading through Sulman to McPhillamy Park.
Every
This
turn is
Mount
dangerous.
Panorama. This is where you need to be thinking corners ahead of where you are. You can't see the roadway up ahead,
Wow.
but you're going to average from the cutting.
Let me just pause for a second here. What he is saying is kind of like he knows the track. He's saying you can't see it, so you need to kind of like envision it, right? And this reminds me of Ayrton Senna, which was one of our biggest, or maybe our biggest, our legendary Formula One driver. And he not only memorized the course, but he also knew the times and everything. So that's why he was so good driving in rain, because he knew exactly where how long it took for like a straight line to get to the curve, and he knew exactly what he needed to do there. So he envisioned, he memorized, and he timed it in his head, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Such a dangerous track. Is this more dangerous than Le Mans or no?
This is
Le
where you
Mans?
need to be thinking corners ahead of where you are. You can't see the roadway up ahead, but you're going to average from the cutting all the way to Skyline around 200 kilometres an hour. This ain't kids' play.
Oh, big moment.
So you've got through the top of the mountain, you've done the tough driver stuff. Now, throw that bit away, you're going to be a ballerina.
That's the view from Skyline. Go for break time.
You're going to need to dance all the way down through the S's.
The descent
Cooking some.
starts.
To your
How do you
right,
call
the dipper.
those? We
And
call
when
them
you get to
bangers
the
here,
dipper,
sausages.
Yeah, sure, it looks really cool with two wheels hanging up in the air.
Wieners?
You can't get the throttle on, can you, with two wheels in the air? Get the thing back on the deck, and the moment your rear tyre hits the ground is the same moment your right foot hits the firewall.
Wow.
Now weave through the concrete walls, but don't get too clever and trying to get an inch
Snags.
away from
You call them
There's
snags?
nothing to be gained by doing that.
Wow. That's crazy.
Forest elbow. This is the second.
I would assume that these cars are prepared to crash, right? They're designed to kind of like dismember and keep the driver intact. Right? There must be a design. Because I think the safest cars are the ones that kind of like dismember, and they don't have specific parts that would go into the driver's seat. They kind of like just dismantle away from the driver.
Forest elbow. This is the second time, and the only other time
200
in the lap
kilometers an
that
hour,
you're
wow.
not going to feel your front tyres. You're going to come over the little crest there, downhill, and a ton and a half she won't want to pull up.
That's the average.
So
That's
this
not
is
even the
where you
max
need to be
speed.
really measured, slow it up, because your big drama here is going to be understeer. The car does not want to turn there.
They're tagging.
For goodness sake, be aware of what's going on around you. If there's one gap you can leave open for your competitors, it's right there. Think about this. You need to either position yourself out right, commit yourself to Conrod Straight and your top speed, or you're going to need to defend, because that is one of the great spots for attack. And if you're going to defend, there is nothing surer you are going to compromise your straight line speed. So if you're going to defend, you defend. You block him, you pull him up, so you get your foot to the gas first.
Bro, wow.
This is wild. This is as fast as it gets.
300 kilometres an hour.
Now, I don't care what cars you've driven in your career or where you've driven them. There is nowhere else that you're going to go where a tonne and a half of race car at 300 kilometres an hour actually feels like a tonne and a half of race car at 300 kilometres an hour. And you're approaching what is the fastest corner in Australian motorsport, the chase. You want a tough bit of roadway? That's it. You want to talk about commitment?
Are you allowed
This
to
is
do
it.
that?
You come down here and you'll see there's a metre of tarmac that's been laid down on the left-hand side of that for you to use every single millimetre of it.
This is such a great video.
If for one lap you do not go out there and use that,
That is an almighty crash.
you're going to compromise your lap time.
And they have
compromise
Gangsta's
your
Paradise
result.
playing.
So you need to use that every lap. And why do you need to do that? You need to get the car around there at 300 kilometres an hour. Do not lift your right foot off the throttle until the car is squared up. And when it is, and only then, you put your foot on the brake and you push it so damn hard that you want to bend the brake pedal.
He goes, he's into the
Dude.
They run into each
This is
other.
how you win.
He's blocked out, Blake. He's going to redress. He's going to redress.
That is so crazy.
This is huge in Australian motorsport.
Oh, wow, he just dodged that.
Last corner. So
Dude,
you've
this
got
kind of
6
feels like Mario
kilometres
Kart.
Of the 6.213 kilometre circuit, done. Do not get it wrong here.
This kid is going to win this thing today.
Finish the job right now.
Will Davison might get this done. Nothing in it. He wins
That's
it by a
amazing.
car length.
So that defines this mountain. That defines this race. Do you want to win it? Everyone wants to win it.
That's amazing.
If you can't
The
first beat
editing
the
is so
mountain,
epic.
you will never win this race.
This is like a movie trailer. Now I want to watch that. Wow. Matt Latham is so captivating. Didn't recognize the song myself. Guys. As I told you, my favorite thing, probably my favorite music in the world is these type of background music, OST. You know, the score, it's very important for like movie making. And I don't know if you guys know this, but before being a teacher, an English teacher, I used to be a producer, a TV producer. And that's what my dream job was, making movies, writing scripts, and doing that. Worked in a TV station, and then just went into English teaching. So basically, that's why I love editing, like the whole concept of it. And this is kind of like this is a very well-made well-edited video, and such a great video to showcase the motorsport. What's the name of it again? Bathurst. Absolutely amazing, very captivating, and very daunting. And I find it, the dark part of life. It's very ironic that he died in a car crash. Brocky died in a car crash outside of racing, because that's where it would kind of be safer for him outside of racing. I need the full picture over there, like what happened, how it happened. It really, really sucks. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for sharing this with me. And as I said, I love sports. So if you have more videos like this, granted that it doesn't get blocked, please share with me, because, we need more sports reactions here as well. And we did the footy, Australian footy, first time watching that. That was really good as well. Didn't get blocked, so I do appreciate that as well. And yeah, let me know what sports you guys love, Australia. With that said, thank you for watching. Join us live on Twitch and come to buy me a coffee if you want to request a video, just like Travis did. Click over here to see my sports videos. Bye-bye.